Hello and welcome back to Genshin Impact. Today I'm gonna fight the new weekly boss for the first time. And yeah, if you've seen the 4.6 live stream, then you already know that that weekly boss is actually Arlecchino herself. And I'm really excited to fight her, because in the live stream that fight looked just really fun and really cool. Can't wait to see how fun it actually is to fight the number 4 Harbinger. But yeah, before I can actually do that, I first have to play through Arlecchino's story quest to actually unlock the boss. I mean, we do have the option to just jump right into the fight nowadays. If I just go here and then, yeah, this is the one. I could just do that. But I like to know the story behind the fight first. Why are we fighting her? So yeah, I'm gonna go play through a story quest now. I'm probably not gonna show all of it, because then the video would be like 1 or 2 hours long. I don't know, it depends on how long the story quest is. And I don't usually make videos that long. But if you wanna see me actually play through entire story quests or Archon quests in the future, let me know in the comments, please. Then maybe I'll do that. For now, let's just start the quest and try to get to this boss fight so you can see my reaction to it. Okay, it starts with Luni. Not unexpected. Actually, Luni is probably the character we interact with the most in Fontaine, besides maybe Navia. But yeah, I'm really excited to see where this is going. Because to be honest, just from playing the Archon quest, I wasn't too hyped about Arlecchino. I mainly got hyped when I saw the animated short and the demo and, teaser, where she was really cool. And of course the live stream where they showed her moveset and her as a boss. But in the Archon quest, I was kind of disappointed in her, not gonna lie. So I really hope that the story quest can kind of change my opinion on Arlecchino. I mean, don't get me wrong, I think she's really cool. I love her, but it's just she didn't do much in the Archon quest, and that was kind of disappointing. But she's definitely gonna do something in this story quest, because it's literally about her. Okay, so they're staying in Poison because there's some trouble in the Court of Fontaine or something? Most of the House of Hearth members. Interesting, they're all in Poison. Oh, there she is. Oh my god, she appeared out of nowhere. I do love her character design. Like I said, she is really cool. Just, you know, I also think she's a little bit too nice. I was expecting her, because she's a Fatui Harbinger, to be kinda, not that nice. We have met Fatui Harbingers before that we could actually have a normal conversation with, and you were kinda nice, like Child, for example. He's battle crazy, but outside of battles, he's kinda nice. But, it's just kind of weird, because I was really not expecting her to be just this much of a nice person. With how dark her backstory is and how dark her powers look and stuff, that, I'm just waiting for her to, like, go berserk. And let's not forget, she did try to kill Farina. Or at least planned to kill Farina and then decided not to. So it's not like she's always just nice. Okay, at least she's honest about that. Yeah, but is that really all? We don't have reason to be at odds, but still. I don't know. Phantom Child. Couldn't be Clervy, right? No, she's definitely dead. Well, yeah, she could be a ghost. She's a spirit here, so yeah, maybe it is Clervy in ghost form. Also, these are the other children from the House of Hearth. Okay. Yeah, they just look like generic NPCs, but that was to be expected. According to Arlecchino, we're a trustworthy friend. Okay. She really trusts us. Have we really given her enough reason for that? I mean, we did help Linny and Lynette a lot during the Arkham quest. Okay, yeah, these children are really fucked up. They're like, wait, you don't want us to give you some poison that you can use on your enemies? Yeah, they are clearly trained to become Fatui. But that's no surprise, we already knew that. Linny being the big bro for all of them. But yeah, so far it feels more like Linny's story quest than Arlecchino's story quest, but I'm sure we're gonna get more Arlecchino screen time later on. Okay. He strangled his pets, yeah. I can totally see why he was labeled a problem child. Yeah, okay, so she's just Mao Mao. Yeah, okay, this also doesn't seem that bad. I mean, surveillance, can be really bad depending on what it's used for, but, we have Mao Mao, a surveillance guy, and then literally a pet strangling child. Like, what? One of them is not like the others. Poor pets. Yeah, they've certainly got a lot of personality, you know? If you can call killing pets personality. I mean, it certainly is personality, but the negative kind. It's interesting that we haven't seen Linne in Feminine, so... okay, speak of the devil. I literally just was saying we haven't seen Lynette and Femine yet, and there is one of them. Immediately. That timing. Going up to Navia's place for this? Or was it down below? Wait. Wait a minute. No way. That looks like Clervy. Was I right about the ghost in the House of the Half being Clervy? Wait. Yeah, that's definitely her. Oh, now it's really getting interesting. Yeah, it is Clervy. Oh, I did not expect to see her in this quest. I thought after the animated short that was it, we are never gonna see her again, because she clearly died there, but here we are. Okay. This just got a lot more interesting. Yeah, does Linny know about her? Okay, he doesn't know, yeah. I would have been surprised if he actually knew about Clervy. I wanna know what Arlecchino's gonna do when she finds out. Because this is not just some random child, this is literally Clervy. Interesting, the House of the Hearth. So the House of the Hearth is actually haunted? Has Clervy been in the house the entire time? As a ghost? She also has a friend like that. Yeah, we know about that friend. Is her name Peruer by any chance? Yeah, so it seems like she does remember. She's probably aware she's a ghost, right? I'm not sure about that yet, though. Is she aware? Okay, so she can't leave. She just reappears in the House of the Hearth. So we're gonna fulfill Clervy's last wish. I'm sorry to tell you, Linny, but this is definitely not staying between the two of you. No chance. Wait, where did Lynette come from all of a sudden? It was just Linny and Freminette this whole time, and now suddenly this fist bump is with Lynette as well. Where was she? Oh, they are surprised as I am. Okay, that was actually kind of funny, her just appearing there out of nowhere. Oh, so she has seen Clervy before? Interesting. Lynette, that's called blackmail. I'm proud of you. You're gonna be a great Fatui someday. Or I guess the singular form is Fatuus, not Fatui. You're gonna be a great Fatuus. Okay, yeah, so far I like the story quest, but I gotta say, I wish there was a little bit more Arlecchino screen time. It's nice that we got Clervy here, but, you know, it feels more like a Lynette Fremine story quest instead of Arlecchino. Okay, so what Clervy is telling them here, I think is just outdated. That some people are just test subjects. That was definitely true under the previous Arlecchino, but I'm not so sure under the current Arlecchino. But yeah, now, if the traveler starts believing that Arlecchino sees some of the children just as test subjects, that's definitely a possible cause for conflict. Yeah, and there's the name. I mean, she calls it Perry, not Peruer. It's a nickname, but yeah, she mentioned her now, actually. But they're not gonna know who this is. Yeah, they have no idea. Okay, there she is. And Child! Oh, I did not expect to see him in the story quest. What is he doing here? I mean, last time we saw him, he got yeeted into a portal by his, by his master. Skirk was her name, right? Okay, yeah, so he is still not quite recovered from the whale fight, apparently. Okay, so the Mao Mao kid healed him, kinda. Okay, so this feels like they're just tying up some loose ends to explain where Child is or has been, and that he's now going back to Sinesnaya. I mean, we do know your backstory, but other than that, not much. Would be nice if you could tell us something about your curse, maybe. What exactly is it? Where did you get it? Child is just tagging along in this conversation. He's like, oh yeah, good question, traveler. I wanna hear this as well. Also, he does know. that she killed the previous Harbinger. Yeah, of course he would know. Even if he became a Harbinger later, he is still a Harbinger. Yeah, well, that's not really what happened, right? Because the children were forced to kill each other, I'm pretty sure. And then she was just really pissed off and attacked the previous Harbinger. But, you know, they're making it sound like she just went berserk on all the other children and killed them for no reason. Okay, at least Child is quick on the uptake. Yeah, okay, technically, it's not untrue, but come on, Arlecchino. It's also... It's only a small part of the story. She did kill the other children and the previous Harbinger, but there's more to it than just that. Okay, so now he's actually going back to Snezhnaya. And I don't think we are gonna see him again until the release of Snezhnaya. And back to the children after the short intermission of Arlecchino in her own story quest. Okay, so this seems to be the entire list of all the children that ever were in the House of Hearth or something like that. Oh, execution lists. Those are the ones that died in the battles between the children, I guess. Oh, so Lenny actually knows some of these guys. Tried to leave the House of Hearth and then he was never seen again. I don't think that Arlecchino actually killed him. I think she just made him vanish, you know? Giving him a new life somewhere else, I don't know. I don't think Arlecchino would be the kind of person to kill one of the children just because he wants to be with a loved one. Wait, I wanted Arlecchino to be darker and meaner, and now that they're revealing these things, I'm like, no, 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 she's too nice for that. Okay. Now I'm kinda torn. Yeah, the thing is, the animated short, her backstory, it just puts everything in a completely different light. If I hadn't seen that, then I would probably be like, oh yeah, I totally believe that Arlecchino would just kill anyone who tries to leave the House of the Hearth, but now I don't believe that anymore. But at the same time, I don't think it's impossible. She might still do shit like that, yeah. Just because she doesn't want to be like her mother doesn't mean she doesn't do any fucked up shit. She's still a Fatui Harbinger, so I really don't know. Okay, so some of the other children ran into Clervy and she was telling them about the darkness, which obviously there is still a kind of darkness in the House of the Hearth, but not the darkness that Clervy is talking about, because that originated from the previous Arlecchino who is dead, and Clervy doesn't know that her best friend is now Arlecchino. So yeah, that makes things a lot more complicated. Project Doozer. What's that? The second time it's come up now? Wait, did I miss something? Interesting, it's something to do with the Fatui's plan. Ooh, so that might be important for the future. But then again, this is a story quest, not even an Archon quest interlude or something like that, so it's optional. I always find it weird when they talk about very important things in story quests, because this is definitely something that might become important in an Archon quest, if it really is about the Fatui's grand overarching plan. So yeah, would probably be better if this were a non-optional quest. But yeah, since you're already on the topic, I was actually surprised to see that Arlecchino only got a story quest. I was fully expecting it to be an Archon quest interlude instead. I mean, the Archon quest interludes are still optional, much like the story quests, but they're at least considered part of the Archon quest. But oh well, it doesn't really matter, I think. Oh, infighting between the Fatui Harbingers. They want to suppress Arlecchino's information network because it's becoming too powerful, apparently, and can't be controlled by the other Fatui. The way Clervy's just openly walking around everywhere, maybe Arlecchino's already aware of her existence. Would be weird for Arlecchino to not know. Because it seems like almost all the children know. Yeah, again, she still thinks that the House of the Hearth is under the previous Arlecchino, who was actually her biological mother, I think. But But yeah, she doesn't realize that it changed. And that there's a new person in charge now. Yeah, now she's called her mother. Now we know that something is not right. Oh no, she's talking about the Aurora. This hits so much harder after seeing the animated short. Things are just gonna keep escalating. With Clervy, you know, inciting the children to rebel against Arlecchino. And then Linny probably wanting to protect the other children. Yeah, we now have a clear path to war. Okay, now we finally get to talk to Arlecchino again. That's like the third time she appeared in a story quest compared to like Linny's and Lynette's and Feminist like 10 times they've appeared now. Come on, just tell her about Clervy. I know they're not gonna, but yeah, it would resolve everything, so that's why it's not gonna happen. Yeah, okay, she totally knew that we were just distracting her. She caught onto that yesterday, so yeah. It's not a surprise. Paimon, you're way too obvious. Paimon, you're trying too hard now. I love Paimon. Paimon gets too much hate. Oh, so she does know of Clervy. Okay, yeah, I was thinking that maybe she knows. But here we have the confirmation, okay. Okay, so now she's like, if they can actually make Clervy disappear, then everything is fine, but if they can't, then... And she caught the bird? Damn. She outplayed us from the very beginning. Business at the Palais Memoria. So, business with Nuvelet? I think they showed him in the live stream when they were talking about the story quest, so... Yeah, he's probably gonna appear here. That's another thing that I didn't really like about Arlecchino's role in the Archon quest. They gave her the Gnosis, or specifically Nuvelet gave her the Gnosis, off-screen. So it's nice that we're getting some kind of follow-up on that. Yeah, there he is. Okay. He's also still one of the coolest characters in the game. And yeah, there he's mentioning the Gnosis. Okay, what exactly does she want from him? Okay, so I think what she's trying to say here is that she doesn't actually want the children to die. She wants them to live their own lives. Like I said before, I think maybe she just makes them, quote-unquote, disappear, vanish. Sets them up with a new life somewhere. That is still a possibility. Okay, so basically, I think she wants him to take care of the children that she's gonna banish from the house in some way, despite their impurities. Something like that. The Tartuffe assassination? I don't think we've heard about that. Oh. Oh, that's the one from the... Was it the teaser or the demo? That guy who got stepped on and got his head crushed. A lot of people like that and were like, oh my god, do that to me. I'll never understand stuff like that, you know? Because if she were to do that to you, you would be fucking dead. And I guess there are worse ways to die, but seriously? You just want her to kill you? Why? How can you be this much of a masochist? Makes no sense to me, but whatever. Who's this now? Okay, let me guess. We now lose sight of Arlecchino. Looks kind of familiar. Okay, so yeah, he's just here to distract us so that Arlecchino can get away from us, I guess. Oh no, wait, he has a scar in his face. Didn't they say something about a guy with a scar in his face, who was a member of the House of the Hearth, and then he talked to Arlecchino, and then after that nobody ever saw him again? And now Lumine is like, oh, he looks kind of familiar? Yeah. Okay, and now he's like, just here, and obviously has a job, and is alive, so my theory about Arlecchino just giving them a new life away from the Fatui seems to be true, if you know, if he really is that guy, but you know, he has a scar in his face and they were talking about Linny literally remembering him because of his scar. Like, they put a lot of emphasis on that scar, so yeah, I think that's what's happening here. Yeah, she's obviously recognizing him, but shouldn't she just ignore him? Oh, okay. Yeah, she's buying some papers to help him out. And it's probably his way of telling her that he's happy and he's getting married without, you know, outright revealing that he knows her. Follow the knave to the nameless ruins. Okay. Huh. These ruins, huh? I have a sneaking suspicion that this is probably where she killed the previous Arlecchino. Yeah, that looks pretty much like the place from the animated short, except without a roof. But, well, we know what happened to the roof. Yeah, it was a grand building until you reduced it to a pile of rubble. But you know, that scene was so damn awesome. The way you destroyed this building, it was one of the coolest things I've seen in a long time. Oh, so she's just telling us everything. She was so secretive before, but now she's like, yeah, whatever. Let's just tell them the truth, all of it. Even mentioning the name of the previous Arlecchino. Crusabena, or Crukabena, I'm not sure. But we already knew her name since the animated short. And there's confirmation that Clervy and Crukabena were actually related by blood. You wanna know what happened to her, Paimon? She happened to her. In the most epic way imaginable. She gonna tell us that she was Peruer? I didn't expect her to be that open about everything. I really thought they would leave her backstory in the animated short and not talk that much about it in the story quest. Because I just really didn't expect Arlecchino to be this open about all of it. I thought she would just keep it a secret. But, well, I obviously was wrong. Okay, so it wasn't a big battle between all the children, it was just a duel between these two, and Clervy was like, I don't want to live anyway, and I don't want to kill my friends, so... Oh, but by that point all the other children were already dead, okay. So this was the last duel. So Clervy must have been quite strong, actually, if she was able to make it to the end. Wait, there was a year in between the duel with Clervy and her killing Kukabena? That is unexpected. The animated short made it seem like it was directly afterwards. But apparently there was a full year between it. Maybe she needed to train a bit more? Maybe she didn't feel like she was ready yet? Okay, so now she's admitting that she is Peruer. And thus, the story is complete. Yeah, but now, what about the Clervy that we met? Are we gonna find out more about the curse? And apparently the spirit Clervy is part of the curse? Oh, the flames leave behind shadows of anything they consume. Damn. But if Clervy knows about Arlecchino and knows that the current one is not her mother... Oh, okay, any new information they encounter is quickly forgotten over time. Yeah, that explains it. Even if she does find out about Peruer being Arlecchino, it doesn't really matter because she's just gonna forget about it again and think that the House of the Hearth is still under the previous Arlecchino's control. Okay. Yes! Lumine talks! I love it. Every time this happens, it's so rare. But it's always so amazing. I just always am so happy when Lumine talks. Heck yeah. That was honestly the highlight of the story quest so far. And she's talking even more, yes. They've let her talk more and more recently, and I really like that development. Oh, so it's gonna begin now, the battle, and it's gonna be in the very same place where she killed Clervy and Trukabena. Yeah, of course, this guy, the pet strangling guy, is like, oh my god, I wanna see them being executed. He sounds excited about it. Of course he would. It's a little psycho. So she does recognize her, but yeah, like they said previously, it's not gonna matter because Clavier's just gonna forget about it again. Well, not this time, because this time things are gonna get resolved, of course, because it's a freaking story quest. Ooh, cutscene time? Oh heck yeah, this is gonna be amazing. Linny versus Arlecchino. Oh, it's not cutscene time yet. Of course, this little kid is gonna snitch on the others. I mean, calling you crazy is actually quite understandable. Because I would call you crazy too. You, out of all these kids, are actually the craziest. At least this guy has the decency to say, I'm sorry, but this little kid, just still a complete psycho. Okay, and now they're actually fighting, finally. Come on. Yes, she's referring to a duel. Yeah, maybe for Linny alone, but you know, with Lynette and Tremine together, I still think they can't win. But they at least have a decent chance, I guess, to score some lucky hits or something like that. And didn't they say something about Linny being supposed to be her successor if he ever dies? So he must be quite powerful canonically. And now they actually have a chance. It's now one of the most powerful people in Teva joined their team. And now it's time for a cutscene, right? This is gonna be epic. Nope, not time yet. And we can't actually change the team. I was hoping that it would be like a domain where you change the team first, because my Navi is kind of too strong, I think. Oh, whoops, I accidentally hit caps lock. Well, actually I'm not doing that much damage, so maybe it's fine. She seems to have a lot of HP. I mean, my Navi is doing like 70k per skill hit, and it's not doing much to Arlecchino. So, yeah, definitely very high HP. Do I just solo this with Navia, or do I use the rest of the team? I'm gonna try to solo first. Maybe I should use the burst to get some stacks. Oh, okay, I had stacks now, but it did less damage than before, and I'm dead. Which is not good. Right, yeah, that means she has some resistance in this form. I need Ian Face Burst. Some healing. Oh. It's a really cool fight though so far. Okay. Let's go. Oh shit, we have Bond of Life, so the healing is actually draining our HP. This might be hard with this team actually. Just use Chiri as a DPS now. Okay, we got through the first phase. That was actually pretty fun. I like this fight, and now we got a cutscene. Oh, her wings look so cool. And this form, oh my god. She definitely is one of the coolest characters in this game. No doubt about it. Oh shit, immediately got hit. That's not good. Oh, Navia's almost dead. And she's dead again. And I can't revive her again because of the cooldown. Yeah, still have to wait a little bit longer. So my DPS is down, but doesn't matter. We can still do this because we have Chiri, who is also kind of a DPS, sub DPS, but you know, she can do some damage. Let's try to get some pyro particles. Yes, stay there, Arlecchino. Perfect. Thank you. What she's doing? What's she? Ooh, that was a cool attack. Okay. Damn it, got hit. Not good. Okay, I think I framed it with the burst. Perfect. Go. Oh, and also the others are helping us. Oh, second phase done already? Lumine vs Arlecchino. Oh, that was amazing. See that? Oh, yeah. I love cutscenes in this game. They're always so damn good. And now we got the others. Linny and Lynette. With Fremine blocking. Where's Lumine? Oh no. Oh, but Linny has a plan. It was all trickery. Yeah, that's not gonna hit her. There's Lumine. The music though. That is definitely a Harbinger theme. Do we get a third phase? Nah, this is not how it ends. Come on, Lumine, you can do more than this. How are the Harbingers still like, oh my god, she's stronger than I expected? Shouldn't they know at this point? I mean, she defeated Signora after all. We do get a third phase, and it kind of looks like the Band of Thymia from Raiden's... in Cinema Archon Quest and Raiden's Story Quest. What is she doing exactly? Whoa. Okay, so Arlecchino is still canonically stronger than the Traveler. I was expecting the Traveler to be at the same level as the 4th Harbinger, to be honest, at this point. We have almost all the elements unlocked, and we already were able to defeat Signora with 2 elements less than we have now. But oh well. It was still a cool battle. Bottled flames, interesting. Is it maybe gonna erase their memories? Because that way they could leave the House of the Hearth without Arlecchino risking them revealing the Fatui's secrets. I mean, they talked about Clervy using her memories all the time, and she's kind of a product of Arlecchino's curse. And now they're talking about bottled flames that also come from Arlecchino, that she's gonna administer to them. And the newspaper guy, who was one of the members of the House of the Hearth that got quote-unquote executed, didn't seem to recognize Arlecchino. So maybe that is what's gonna happen. She's gonna erase their memories and then give them a normal life. Oh, she actually says, oh my god, I only just read it. Oh, I said all this stuff without actually reading what was on the screen, but yeah, she literally says it right here. Your memories will be burned away. Yeah, that's actually a pretty good solution for everyone involved. Like I said, I thought from the beginning that it would be something like this, but yeah, erasing the memories on top of just giving them a new life seems like actually the best thing to do here. Yeah, and now Lumine is realizing that the newspaper guy was actually the one from the list of executions. It's all coming together. It's really well written because there are a lot of hints to what's actually happening previously, so you can figure it out by yourself. And then the conclusion is still satisfying, you know? Even if you already figured it out. I mean, you can say whatever you want, Arlecchino, but on the inside you're just a big softie. We know that now. And like I said at the beginning, I was kind of hoping for her to be at least a little bit fucked up and mean, but at the same time, it's also kind of nice that she's nice, I guess. Okay, so that resolves the thing with these children, but what about Clervy? We still haven't resolved the Clervy problem. Okay, yeah, now we are talking to Clervy. Okay, so that was the request she had for Neuvillette. That these children that have lost their memories are allowed to live normal lives in Fontaine. Makes sense. Detective Paimon is back! Yay! Oh, the sun has risen. Is she actually gonna be out in the sun now? Oh, another cutscene.
クリーブ影の下でハウス・オブ・ハースに抗い続けてきた君に私は執行官召使いとして処罰を通告しよう君をハウス・オブ・ハースから追放する君は家から離れここのルールに
She's still standing in the shadows, but now sunlight. Yeah, I saw it coming. Shadow receding, and now she's actually in the sun. That was beautiful. Yes, you get to experience the outside world. Or you're actually already dead. Yeah. We had the epic cutscene, and of course there also had to be an emotional cutscene. And there she goes. That was beautiful. Oh, Linny's coming back? Yeah, he's gonna tell her that he's not leaving the House of Path. Ah, there they mentioned Project Stusa again. Yeah, so it's definitely gonna be important in the future. Oh, it's actually not over yet. We still have something else to do. 2 days later. There are Lynette and Fremine. These two seem to have recovered as well. Also, Arlecchino actually told them about Krucabena and Clervy. And Fremine has met her. I think we knew that. I think it was mentioned somewhere that Fremine knew the previous Arlecchino. Ah, interesting. So he joined after Clervy's death, but before Krucabena's death. And there we go. That's Linny's second story quest done. But yeah, jokes aside, it was a really cool quest, even though at times it did feel a little bit more like Linny's second story quest than actually Arlecchino's story quest, but you know, whatever. I still really liked it. And yeah, the new boss, I don't know, the battle was shorter than I expected, but that's probably because they always nerf these boss fights in the story. So it's probably gonna be more difficult if I do the weekly boss version. Though I did actually let Navia die in that battle, so 2 times even. So can we actually call it easy? But well, I intended for this video to be mainly about the boss fight, but turns out that fight was really short actually, and I mostly just did commentary on the story quest, which I also hope you enjoyed. Like I already said in the beginning, if you in the future want me to upload longer videos with the entire story quest instead of just highlights, let me know in the comments, please. But with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, comment and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. And yeah, have a nice day.